Okay. A lot of times, the child, the Gen Zer in this instance, tries to be the people pleaser
Mm.
to both parties.
Mm.
That is not possible or
Mm.
feasible.
Mm.
To okay, I'm gonna try to keep this side soothed over here. I'm gonna try just enough to make this side not be mad at me. Then I'm gonna come over here and soothe.
Mm.
Going back and forth does not work.
Mm.
And for 15 years, I went back and forth.
Mm.
And eventually, it came to a head, and I had resentment towards both sides that I did not know.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It just kind of makes me think about the inner workings of it all. What do you kind of lend to students who are dealing with this?
The first thing is that your situation and circumstance is valid.
Mm.
Don't
Wow, that's
allow
very good.
don't allow anyone else to say, "Oh, when I was young, I didn't go through that. I went through something way worse than that. My trauma was no." It's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
You're feeling away
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, accepting that you're feeling some type of way is one thing. Don't allow that to make you bitter,
Mm.
which we'll get to here in a little bit. So the
Yeah.
first one is your feelings are valid.
Yeah. Sit with that. Sit with that. Your feelings are valid.
Valid. The second thing, which I did, and which a lot other people do, we tend to, when we are, I'm going to use this example of infidelity within the marriage and a child being a product of someone or somebody cheating on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A lot of times, the child, the Gen Zer in this instance, tries to be the people pleaser
Mm.
to both parties.
Mm.
That is not possible or
Mm.
feasible.
Mm.
To okay, I'm gonna try to keep this side soothed over here. I'm gonna try just enough to make this side not be mad at me. Then I'm gonna come over here and soothe.
Mm.
Going back and forth does not work.
Mm.
And for 15 years, I went back and forth.
Mm.
And eventually, it came to a head, and I had resentment towards both sides that I did not know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize because I was putting forth all this energy. I was tired all the time.
Yeah.
I hated big events because I have to say, okay, I can't sit this close to this person
Yeah.
because they'll get mad at me.
Yeah.
But this person get mad at me, like so I have to like split the middle.
Yeah.
People pleasing is not possible, and I know you want to be accepted by your parents, and I'm not saying not to, or grandparents, whoever the person is, you want to be accepted, but you cannot please both sides.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
What did you learn from your own perspective about, like, I guess in these latter years of your life, about where the responsibility lies in the relationship? Because I hear you saying, you know, as a child of these two individuals, you have taken on the responsibility of, you know, making sure this one's okay and this one's okay. And is that, it sheds some light on what you've learned as far as that responsibility, the responsibility of the relationship, the role of the child, even if it's a grown child,
Right.
you know, but the responsibility of the child in this parent-child relationship.
And I will say that's a great question. I will say, as we're having this conversation, we are not licensed counselors.
No.
We're giving tangible, experiential tips
Yeah.
that we're praying can help you in your
Yeah.
journey. We are not
Yeah.
licensed counselors.
Not psychologists.
Yes, we're not.
Even the definition I read, that was from
Yes.
Google.
Yeah, so
That
go
was
get
in- that
you.
was
Yes,
Google.
so
That
go
was
get you
just
some
Google.
spiritual advice, and go get you some counseling if that's what you
Yeah.
need.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The responsibility. So, are you asking the responsibility of the child?
Yeah.
The responsibility of the child is to a couple different things.
Uh-huh.
The first kind of perspective I will look at it from is in every decision you make and who, because eventually a lot of times it leads to a split,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to decide potentially who you're going to live with, who you're going to go spend time with at different times.
Yeah.
As long as your heart is pure and you're not trying to intentionally undercut somebody, make that decision. That your heart posture
Yeah.
and the way that you feel on the inside is the way that you should move.
Mm.
I wholeheartedly think that that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
You are not responsible for the reaction of the other person, the parent or grandparent. That is not your responsibility. That was not my responsibility. I had to learn that.
Yeah.
My only responsibility is if my parent asks me to go eat, and it's my mom, and my dad is there, and I say I want to go eat with mom and not dad at this moment. Okay, communicate with both parties.
Yeah.
But the way that your dad reacts to that is not your responsibility.
Yeah.
And that's really anything in life. You
Yeah.
cannot control a response. You can only move in a way that is intentionally loving, caring, and not tearing down.